Welcome everyone. Let's begin our lesson for today by going over the learning goals and success criteria. First, what are we learning? We're learning how to use exponential functions and graphs of exponential functions to predict financial outcomes. How are we learning it? Through the I have no interest in your interests part 1 assignment. When could I use this? To calculate the amount of money in a savings account including interest. How do you know you learned it? By getting a score of 4 on the I have no interest in your interests part 1 assignment. Now let's take a look at our agenda for today. We will begin by going over the learning goals and success criteria. While we do that, you'll fill out your Get It Started. Once you've completed your Get It Started, we'll go over it together and answer any questions that you may have. After that, I'll give you time to complete the I have no interest in your interests part 1 assignment on Desmos. Once you've completed the assignment, we'll go over it together and answer any questions that you may have. At the end of class, we'll go back over our learning goals and success criteria while you fill out your Before You Go. Your only homework for tonight is to continue working on the exponential function study guide and any incomplete assignments that you may have. Let's talk now about how to sign in to Desmos to complete your work. So what we're going to do is you're going to click on the link to go to the assignment, and it should take you to a page that looks kind of like this. And right here where it says sign in with Google, we're going to click there. And it's going to pop up with our email accounts. You're going to click on your school email account, and it should already have you logged in because you should have already been logged in using Google Classroom. From there, I'm just going to click Start the Activity, and it will take me into the assignment and allow me to begin. So that's how you will log in to Desmos using Google. Let's take a look at the I have no interest in your interests part 1 assignment. The assignment begins with our learning goals and success criteria. If we scroll down, there's a link here to take us to the Desmos activity. If we click on that link, it takes us to a page that looks like this. Go ahead and click Start the Activity. Now it begins with our learning goals and success criteria here as well, so we'll go ahead and click Next. There's an introduction video here for you to watch.
I have a question. Are we broke?
No, we just have to watch our spending habits.
That's right. Like when your mother calls her sister back east and talks for 97 minutes.
So, if we're not poverty-stricken, there must be some other reason I'm so deprived.
Out of here! Woo! Go into the ball game.
Can I go?
You bought tickets, Toad.
Damien!
You need some cash?
Nah, we got a bunch of change.
Later, Preston.
It's not fair. Why can't I have anything?
Well, Preston, they have jobs and they've learned to save.
How can I save money if I don't have any?
Well, a penny saved is a penny earned.
What do you want for your birthday?
Money. So I can pay to have Ralph and Damien knocked off.
Anything else?
Well, maybe we'll give him one of his birthday presents early. A gift came from Grandma today.
What a ripoff. It's a check for nothing. Having a bad day.
Oh, your grandma just forgot to fill in how much it was for, but she signed it at the bottom. See? It's blank check. Oh, just fill in the amount.
How much did you get last year, honey?
1,000.
$10.
Wait, Dad, what about inflation?
Oh, make it 11.
11.
You'd be surprised how fast $11 can grow with interest. Preston? Preston?
$11 at a 3.45% interest.
Your account will reach $1 million in 342,506 years.
I'm stuck here forever.
Now here's the formula for compound interest. So the compound interest formula is A equals P times 1 plus I to the n. Now A is the final amount including the principal, so that means the total amount of money that you end up with. P is the principal amount, which means how much money you put into the account originally. I is the interest rate, which means how much money you're getting in return. And N is the number of years invested, so how long you left your money in the bank. So in this assignment, we will be investing a portion of our money into a savings account at a given interest rate. We will assume that the interest rate does not change. We will then calculate how our money is increasing based on the interest rate and determine how long it will take to reach certain financial goals. So if we click next again, first one says, you have decided to open up a savings account with $200. You put your money into the savings account and are told that the current interest rate on the account is 3.75% and it compounds yearly. You decide that you will not add any more money into the account for a year. So the first question says, if you leave your $200 in the account for a year, what equation can be used to determine how much money is in the account after 1 year? Well, we're going to use A equals P times 1 plus I to the n to solve this. Well, we know that we don't know what A is, but we do know what P is. The original amount was $200, so we put that in. We know what the interest rate is. It's 3.75%. Now, again, we need to convert that to a decimal, so we're going to move this decimal 2 places back, 1, 2. So that would be 0.0375. And we're only leaving it in for 1 year, so the amount of time is 1. And we can see that the nice thing is Desmos already solved it for us. So after 1 year, we have $207.50. So using the equation above, what is the total amount of money after 1 year? That's the amount of money. Then we click next. And we're going to check our answer by graphing it. So we're going to put y equals this time instead of the amount, right? So y equals 200 times 1 plus 0.075 to the x power. There's our curve. And we can see that after 1 year, which is here, if we click on it, after 1 year, we can see that we're about 207.5 right there. So we can see that that is the correct answer. We checked our work and it shows that we did it correctly. So now we can move on to the next one. It says you have decided to open up a savings account with $200. You put your money into the savings account and are told that the current interest rate is 3.75% compounded yearly. You've decided that you will not add any more money into the account for 2 years this time. So now how much money do we have after 2 years? So again, same thing. A equals P times 1 plus I to the n. And we'll start filling stuff in. We know the principal amount. The principal amount is 200. We know the interest rate is 0.0375. And this time we know that n is 2 years. So there's our equation. And it also spits out how much money we would make. So this is $215.28. And notice the 1 drops off because we're rounding. So 1 is smaller than 5, so it stays as 28 cents. And then we'll graph that one to check our answer. And we'll continue this on. So now we're doing it for 10 years. Now the next one says, if you leave your money in the account for a certain amount of time, how can we determine how long it'll take it to get to $300? So this time we do know the total, which is 300. We want 200 times 1 plus, we know the interest rate is 0.0375 to the n. So you'll need to put this into your calculator and solve, and this will tell you how long it'll take you to reach $300. And then we can check our work here. And even if you don't want to use a calculator, we can always just enter it in this way. So we can copy this and paste it in. We're going to change this back to being y. And notice now, when we get to $300, which is here, it takes about 11.02 years, 0102 years. So we'll go ahead and go back and put that in. So it's 11.02 years. And then we'll go ahead and click next. And now we're just going to answer a few questions. And then we'll go ahead and click next again. There's a video here that says you're rich, you made it, you got rich off of your money.
That's cute. Put your backpack on the table. I assume you know what to do with this.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Next.
Yes, sweetheart. Looking kind of good. They got your pearls and everything on. Hate for something to have to happen to them. But look here, my name is Juice. And I got something right here, and I wonder if you'd be so kind enough as to cash it for me.
What do you want? $1 million?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do.
Go see Biederman.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Here we go, here we go. You tell Mr. Quigley that he hasn't lost his touch. All right? You can go now. Hey, kid. Stay away from the racetrack.
Yes, sir.
Now, once you've gotten to here and you've watched the video, we can go ahead and go back to our Google form, click Next. This will take us to our Before You Go. Fill out your Before You Go, and then submit your work on Google Classroom.